Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. I'm G&G and this is episode 54 of the University Challenge here at UCD, and today's episode is a pre-season wrap up and season preview for season 5 here at UCD. And pre-season is now over. We are a day away from our first competitive game of the season, which is a Conference League game in the knockout stage, so starting off tough again this season. It's been a very frustrating pre-season for me anyway. Transfers not gone as well as I'd like, and one of the big issues is actually on the screen right here now. It's this 2-star reputation, which is making it very hard to bring in players of high quality that I was looking for, and we've had to settle a bit for players with more potential than current ability, which isn't exactly what we need when we're trying to build a title winning team, but it may pay off hopefully in the future. So with that said, let's get to the transfers in. So here we are with the transfers in during this preseason. 6 players have joined us and it says a total spend of 1.1 million, which is a huge spend in the League of Ireland. But that not all of that is upfront, and most of the deals involving money have installments. So I think the spending is about 500,000 in this summer window, or in this winter window. So yeah, still big money for us. And players we brought in, as I said, more potential than probably current ability. And I do have doubts whether we've actually strengthened the starting 11, definitely strengthened the squad, which may be of benefit in a title run with a lot of fixtures like last season. So let's start off. First signing was Dennis Nolan from Stoke for a total fee of 750,000, and Dennis is an Irish right winger who has 4-star potential, edging on to 4.5-star. He will be good backup to Conor McGlennon, and if we compare him with Conor McGlennon, you'll see that he's not quite there yet. See there, you can see Conor McGlennon, the better player, but the all-round better player. But you have to remember, Dennis Nolan only 19, and with that potential, and it gives us a good backup in that position. I know last season our backup was Dylan Duffy. We've tried to sell Dylan Duffy, but no club has come in with an offer yet. But that's our first signing, Dennis Nolan, and actually should just say, like, he comes in on a big wage as well. Just have another look. 1.9, yeah, 2.1. He's our highest earner. Sorry, 2.1k a week, highest earner at the club, but at 19 and with that potential, hopefully he's going to be a big addition. Next signing was Casper Nielsen, who comes in on a free and on low enough wages on 850 per week. 4.5-star potential, and he will be the backup at the start of the season to George Gittow at right back, with Alex Dunn dropping down to the third choice. And he is a good player to have in the squad, and for potential, if we look at him compared to Alex Dunn, you can see already a better player than Alex Dunn. And you know, if we compare him then with George Gittow, who will be the starting right back, you know, he's not far off, probably slightly better in a lot of areas. So Casper Nielsen could take that starting spot later on in the season, but he comes in on a free as our backup right back. Next signing, Grega Skilic, who comes in as a backup defensive midfielder, giving us an option there. 19-year-old Croatian in on a £300,000 deal, but not all paid up front, as I said. £600 a week. Again, 4-star, edging on to 4.5-star potential. And if we compare him with Greg Sloggett, who will be the starter in that position at the start of the season anyway, you can see he's not a million miles away. Technically a better player already, and close in a lot of areas. So yeah, we have a good option now there, along with Jack Keeney, who'd be the third choice at defensive midfielder. Wanted to bring someone in after Greg Sloggett got that injury at the end of last season. He also got an injury in pre-season, Greg Sloggett, so yeah, good to have a younger option in there. Our next signing, Casey McAteer, come in on a free transfer and big wages of 1.9k. Again, 3-star current ability with 4-star potential, but at 24 he's probably not going to reach that 4-star, but it gives us another option on the left along with Malonga, and we compare those two of Malonga and Casey. Just find Malonga here. Yeah, can see it's not a million miles between them. Casey with better speed, better vision, and then better defending too, which could be important. And Malonga though is a player who we are hoping for big things this season, but that'll be a good fight on that left wing position. And what that also does is it frees up completely Sean Brennan to be a centre midfield option, which I've been hoping to do, as that's his best position. So that is where Sean Brennan will be playing this season. Next signing was another free transfer. Ryan Trevitt comes in on a free, $725 per week, and he comes in as another midfield option, replacing Dara Keane, who left. And he would probably be a starter, to be honest, alongside Dimitru. And if we compare the two, Dimitru here, compare the two, not a lot of difference. Dimitru better in a lot of areas, but Trevitt a better attacking and better mental player, and close everywhere else. So they could be the midfield too, along with Steedman and now Sean Brennan. So we've really strengthened up that centre midfield, I feel, and that is important, I think, going on, to give us those options to freshen the team up when there's a lot of games. And the last signing was a season-long loan from Hibernian for Cameron Sharp, who comes in as a striker. Really tried everything possible to bring in another striker to probably start ahead of Cian Murphy. Couldn't do it. So what we've done is brought Cameron Sharp in as an option, and he is probably already a better option than Tommy Lonergan. If we look at the two here, and you see it's very, very close in a lot of areas. He's better physical, a better technical player. Lonergan has the edge in a couple of positions, but in finishing and composure, Tommy Lonergan has a slight edge. After watching Tommy Lonergan for a couple of seasons, I'm not sure he's that composed or that good a finisher. But yeah, that's Cameron Sharp in as another striking option, and he will probably get a lot of games, probably get more games ahead of Tommy Lonergan this season, which, when you think Tommy was top scorer in the league last season, says a lot. But yeah, really frustrating pre-season striker wise. Couldn't get any in. We had a number of bids accepted for players, and then players didn't want to talk to us, or wanted massive contracts that were maybe 3-4 times bigger than anything we've given, including the players who have signed on big wages this season. So just couldn't do it, and that is what we had to settle with, was Cameron Sharp in on loan. Players that have left, they include Garrett Ledwidge on loan to Longford Town, Odalo on loan back to Italy, and a young player, Carduff, has gone on loan. Tried to sell Odalo, no one wanted him. Tried to sell Dylan Duffy, but no one would make an offer. So this is the squad for the season, and I think it's a good squad. Lots of players who maybe are going to improve over the season, like Dennis Nolan and Trevitt, maybe Casper Nielsen. So at the moment it's a 28-man squad. If we can sell Dylan Duffy, if we can maybe move on, our third choice keeper David Kiley might go out on loan again. So yeah, probably be a 26 to 28-man squad for the season. I think it is built to challenge for the season, but whether we have enough to close that gap to Derry, we're just going to have to wait and see. One position I wanted to talk about is the goalkeeping position, because, and this may be controversial, but I think Andre Picanel is going to be our starting goalkeeper this season. If we compare him to Kanate, you can see already edging ahead of Kanate. All around here you can see better goalkeeper at the moment, only 21 too, so he needs games to build up that potential, and Kanate's attributes have started to drop rapidly towards the end of last season. So to start the season anyway, Andre Picanel is going to be the man who will be our number one, and Kanate will get plenty of games, I'll make sure of that, but the man who has been a legend for us since he signed is probably going to be the backup this season, and I may regret that, but that's what I'm going to go with. So yeah, if we take a look at the league and just the season preview, got the season preview up here, we'll see at the moment we are second favourites, and by a gap to the rest we're second favourites. Derry still overwhelming favourites. Yeah, have we closed that gap to Derry? I'm not sure, to be honest. That's why I'm so frustrated this pre-season, because we have the money to spend, it's just can't get players in. We need that reputation up. We need to get to probably the group stage of the Europa League now to try and build that up. But yeah, frustrating pre-season. Keep saying it because it really was frustrated. On a positive note, we have 2 players in the media Dream 11, Lam at centre back and Dimitru in the centre midfield, and that's actually the first time we've had any players in the Dream 11, so that's a sign of progress at least. And yeah, positive thing to see for us. Just to look at the media prediction as well, the media are predicting us to finish second, the bookmakers predicting us to finish second, so we will be in the title hunt, it seems. Whether we can this time keep up with Derry and hopefully pass them would be great if we could do it. Pre-season for us, a couple of friendlies, we 2 wins and a draw. We played a Dutch team, Den Haag, 0-0 draw there. Wasn't too worried about them games, just get games under the belt early in the season with us starting early. And then we took on Derry in the President's Cup, and let's have a look at the goals in that game. So this was a game away to Derry, President's Cup. We started off strongly, and on 28 minutes George Githow crossed for Cian Murphy to slot home a header. That put us 1-0 up, and then on 55 minutes Nico Jones heading in a Trevitt corner to put us 2-0 up, and we were really in control. And then a mistake here from Githow with 15 minutes to go, where he headed the ball back to Derry when he could have just cleared it, and they got the cross in, headed past Pickernell. That made it 2-1, and we really had to hold on, but we did it, we held on, beat Derry away from home, and won the President's Cup for the 4th year running, which is a great achievement for the club. So there we have it, the pre-season wrap up is concluded, and as I said, our first game of the season, competitive game, is tomorrow in game against Maritimo of Portugal in the knockout playoff to get through to the round of 16 of the Conference League. Home leg first, going to be a real challenge. A team with a 3-star reputation and in debt though, which we have that advantage over them. But yeah, going to be a tough game. They are currently 14th in the Portuguese league, so we will have a chance, definitely will have a chance, and let's hope we can pull off another shock in Europe and get to the round of 16 for the 2nd year running. If you did enjoy today's pre-season wrap up and season preview, please drop the video a like. It'll really help it to be seen more, and for the algorithm to share it around more. If you want to join us on this journey with UCD, please subscribe to the channel. It'll be great to have more people along and getting involved with this University Challenge. There is a playlist on the channel if you've missed anything and want to catch up. So until the next episode, when season 5 kicks off proper with that knockout playoff round tie at home to Maritimo and then away for the second leg, please take it easy.